Welcome to our pay-per-view special. Joe Tessitore alongside Teddy Atlas, and we welcome you to the Staples Center in downtown Los Angeles, California for tonight's main event. 10 rounds of heavyweight action between these two great warriors. Thompson's got his eye on the prize. He has complete focus on his ring walk here. Eddie Chambers is making that final walk that separates man and warrior, soon to be in battle there in the ring. Fighting out of the blue corner, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Big Thompson. And his opponents, fighting out of the red corner, Fast Eddie Chambers.
We went over the rules of the dressing room. Touch him up.
Little get to know you here in the opening round scheduled for 10. Power puncher versus the high stamina fighter. How does the high stamina fighter want this fight to unfold as it goes longer?
Well, the high stamina fighter, what he wants to do is he wants to get a lead. Get the lead, go out there quick out of the gate, and then later on you have the power puncher looking for one shot at a time. He's going to be searching them all night, and he's never going to find them.
See, the defense pays off as he gets rid of that downstairs. Nice block that time. It was intended to the head. He's committed to that left hand, and it's working out. Fast Eddie Chambers firing off the jab. This is great action right from the start. What an opening round between these two. Southpaw right jab, then the left hand. Both guys have a reputation of being technical boxers. Leads us to believe we're getting a distance fight here.
Yeah, I would say so. I mean, the only way that changes is maybe, you know, you never know, a headbutt, something like that, all of a sudden short circuits that. But the way their track record is, yeah, you're pretty good chance of going rounds.
Able to get away from that headshot with the block. Chambers blocks it. The combo lands upstairs. You get a guy into the gym, you put him on the double end bag for the first time, you can have some fun with that, right?
Well, you can get frustrated with it too,
Joe.
Absolutely, because it's coming at you. You get a little discombobulated. You know, you can miss. You can get frustrated. You got to start off nice and slow, just with a basic punch, a jab, and then once you start getting the timing, you can increase a little bit. But the most important thing for the double end ball, the crazy bag, that some people call it, is after you throw the punch, you move your head, and then after you get practice at moving after your last punch, then you remember the other ways you can move. You can use your legs, you can punch, you can step out a little bit.
my favorite punch there is. A forceful uppercut by Eddie Chambers. And round number 3 is underway.
Keep working the body.
Good job on the 2-punch combo by Thompson. Thompson's been having great success with these combinations, Teddy.
Well, there's a reason for it. He's using his jab to start it, and then he's letting the punches go, letting their hands follow.
Good clean shot, returning fire. Well done by Eddie Chambers. Thompson's confidence has to be running high. Hey, it's a fighter who's never lost. Right back to it to the head. How is he able to do this? How is he able to take these shots?
You know, one time Muhammad Ali talked about taking a chin. He had one of the great chins of all time. And what he basically talked about was that when you start to get hit those shots, you start to go down a hallway. And then you go into a gray room. You go from a light room to a gray room. And at the end of the hallway, you see a dark room. You don't want to go to that dark room. And you have a choice. You put your feet down, you start backing up. I'm not going to that dark room. This guy is not being taken to that dark room.
Eddie Chambers blocks it away. Fast Eddie Chambers, his nose starting to bleed. Thompson's going to have to think about what he can do defensively now because the swelling is really becoming much more pronounced.
Yes, it is, and you're right. Defensively, he's going to have to make sure that he's able to move that head, block those punches, use his legs, you know, stay out of that striking zone for a little while so that swelling gets controlled with the ice in the corner.
Thompson's doing a nice job being comfortable on the outside. Boy, he's really working well on the outside, isn't he?
Yeah, he's doing a great job of disciplining himself. You know, we talk about power, we talk about speed, we talk about all those virtues, but just controlling himself and making sure he controls the distance, a distance that's got him winning the fight.
That's some fine work right there by Thompson. I don't know how they are keeping this up. They are setting such a scorching pace of action in this fight. 90 seconds to go in round number 4. You know, he did a very nice job of finishing up that. He put the third punch in there and landed the combination. Right back at him with a left hand. What a good counterpunch by Thompson. Thompson's putting together punch stats tonight that fall right in line with what his strategy is. Outside fighter, throwing lots of jabs, landing lots of jabs.
Well, what it is the jab is the table setter. And the jab tonight has set up the table where he's been able to eat whenever he's wanted.
You can see he's trying to score up top, but off the mark there. Thompson's doing an extraordinary job of never giving his opponent the chance to get back in this fight. Just like we saw in that last round there, he's way up on your score.
Yeah, I have way up, and more importantly, you touched on it. It's the kind of fight he wants. You know, it's in his element. It's sort of in his pool, so to speak, his waters. You know, it's an outside fight. It's a jabbing fight, everything he likes.
We just have not seen the big shots from this guy. He is not throwing the power punches, Teddy. What would you say to him?
Well, first of all, I would say to him, what do you think, that he's going to make a deal with you? If you don't hit him hard, he won't hit you hard? No, it doesn't work like that, my friend. He's going to get confidence now. He's going to take advantage of this.
And there's the left hand working well for him again. Protecting his head well with his guard. And a shooting right hand by Thompson. Fast Eddie Chambers, his opponent, is having a field day here. I mean, just so accurate upstairs, but there's one reason he's so accurate. He's not moving his head.
No, he's not at all. And if he's not going to move his head, at least do something else. Catch and pitch. What I mean by that, Joe, is block and then pitch right back. Keep your opponent honest. He's not doing that either.
He gets hit, but he gives it right back. Super two-punch combo by Thompson. Well put together combination by Thompson. A little defense turns to offense by Thompson.
Don't let him breathe. He's hurt. Get him in this round. Keep this fight in the center of the ring, okay?
So with the start of this round, we've reached the halfway point. Be interesting to see what we're in store for down the stretch of this fight. Thompson's doing really well on the outside. Thompson's shown us that if he pulls this trigger, he's hitting that target. His accuracy is great.
Well, that's part of his ability. You know, I mean, it's not just his hand speed and that he's technically good. You know, he's got a little bit of pop, but he knows when to throw. See, that's important, Joe. Knowing when to let the hands go. He knows exactly what time it is.
Halfway through round 6. Thompson's making for a tough target there. He gets away from that punch. Well, he told us all week long, hey, I want to keep it on the outside. I don't care where he is. This fight's not going his way right now.
No, it's not. And I don't care how long he is, how tall he is, but just look at his feet. When he throws punches, they're sliding forward. And that's why he's not keeping that advantage on the outside.
Working our way towards the bell. Last 10 seconds of the 6th. Thompson's in control here. You can just look at this fight for 10 seconds and you've seen everything you need to see, because there hasn't been a moment where it hasn't been his fight.
Yeah, you know, you talk about those sins. A lot of times people say there's 7 virtues, there's 7 sins out there. One of the sins that you hear about is greed. It's greedy.
Nice block by Big Train. Great movement to get away from those punches. What a good counterpunch by Thompson.
Thompson's having a field day against his opponent. Now, if you're standing opposite him, you got to solve this, or else it's just going to snowball. It's going to go downhill quick. You're going to lose this fight.
No, you do, Joe. The conventional way to stay.
Wow! He is not in good shape. He could be on the deck in moments. Teddy, he may go down just by stumbling the way he's bumbling around this ring.
Well, he's got to stop moving. Actually, you never want to fight on the ropes. This is one time he probably needs to be on the ropes just to steady him and then move his head a little bit. That might be his only shot.
This is why we love the sport, Teddy. I mean, this is just back and forth action nonstop.
Well, Joe, with special offensive happening in history, you remember where you are. Right now, I'm going to remember where I was during this fight. I'm watching a special epic right in front of me.
Glad to be here doing it, too. What a war this is. Round 7 comes to an end. Thompson's coasting his way towards a victory here. That round comes to an end, and yet another round that you got to mark down on your scorecard for him.
Yeah, the only way he loses now is if he's a glutton. You know those guys, you've seen them, Joe, they're on our crew. They stay at the table too long. They don't know when to push away from the table, you know? Well, he's got to push away from the table right now. If he does that, hey, this is in the bank.
Eddie Chambers' box is not going to the body. He lands the hook, and now he lands on the ground. He went down from a big shot. Now he's got to have some big guts to move along.
You're going to find out exactly what he's made of.
Good scoring counterpunch by Thompson. Thompson's in a position now where he should be able to bring home a win. If things stay the way they are, he's clearly headed towards a win.
Yeah, I have my head on my scorecard, but he has to make sure he doesn't, like in football, go into that defense. If he starts just moving, just staying away a little bit, now the things that were keeping his opponent from coming in that front door, well, guess what? They're not there no more. His opponent could get back into this fight.
See, he's got his guard up really well that time, and it protects his head. Unable to steady himself right now after being stunned. And the round comes to an end. We did have a knockdown in that round. Now, Teddy, if you're in the corner where your man was down on the floor, what are you telling him?
Well, the first thing that I do is I sit him down, I get water on the back of his neck. You know, I bring him to a sense, I make sure that he's clear and everything, and then I tell him why he got his backside put on that canvas so he can correct it, and he doesn't go out there and get caught again with the same punch.
Eddie Chambers has got those earmuffs on, and he's got his hands tight against his body. But, Teddy, still, some things are getting through.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of like driving a car, Joe, you know, and the weather's a little bad, and you say, I want to be safe here, I'm going to stop the car. You don't stop and park the car in the middle of the highway. The cars are coming. I mean, he stopped right there in the middle of the highway. Cars are coming. You know, pull off somewhere. You know, get the heck out of there. find the right parking spot.
This is great stuff. I mean, great stuff. Bringing it every which way they are.
Joe, you remember the time you were on a vacation, you saw that perfect sunset?
Oh, yeah.
It was just beautiful. This is beautiful.
Nice job to land that counter punch and getting away from one of his own by Thompson. Lands flush with the combination upstairs. Holy cow! Oh, he is stunned. He could go down. And once again, he goes down. The question is, can he rise up again? But able to get up to his feet. Teddy, what should he be thinking about now?
Well, right now, just surviving, but if he survives, then he better figure out why he was put on the floor.
This has been a very entertaining fight. A little time to reflect here at the end of this round. My thoughts being this. I would really be surprised if we go to a decision here. It just has that kind of feel to it.
Yeah, it has a feel to me like going to one of those places where you can eat all the pasta you can for one price, you know? And some guys get carried away. They eat about 5 bowls. Well, these guys, they're going to have a stomachache at the end. Somebody is going to wind up not standing at the end.
Nice block by Thompson. He missed with that headshot. Eddie Chambers is trying to steady himself in this round after being knocked down in the previous round. Teddy, how much can really happen in those 60 seconds? How much of a benefit is it to a damaged fighter?
Well, a lot has to happen. First of all, physically, you have to revigorate the guy. You know, maybe massage the legs a little bit. Most importantly, get some ice on the back of his neck. You know, get that blood flow going a little bit. Make sure that you revive him a little bit. Get him back to feeling like he's ready to go out there.
And there's the left hand working well for him again. Nice block by Big Train. Coming down to the final moments of this fight that has the look of a fight that's about to go the distance. It seems like we're destined for that, Teddy. You said that very early on it would be that kind of a night.
Well, I had a feeling it looked that way. I mean, you got two guys that are kind of like chess players, you know, and it takes a while to get to the point where you can say, hey, checkmate.
Which way will it go? Let's find out by sending it up to the ring announcer.
We go to the judges' scorecards. All 3 judges score the fight. A unanimous decision. Your winner, Big Train Thompson.
Thompson's your winner by a unanimous decision.
Well, he started going to the body, and it paid off for him, and it paid off for us.